think I picked up the camera not one time over the weekend because I didn't leave out my house. I didn't leave the house at all on Saturday. I know that for a fact. And then on Sunday, I only left the house to do my grocery shopping for the week. So, I think I've spoke to y'all about this before, but weekends are hard for me. It's very easy for me to pretty much stay disciplined for the most part during the week, because the only time I'll have a slip up is when I come home from work and my mom has cooked something that I really, really like one of my favorite foods. So if she's made spaghetti or tacos or something like that, like last week, what tripped me up was she made vegetable beef soup. And I know that that's not too bad, but those are things that I overindulge in. So it wasn't what I had, it was how much of it I had. And gratefully and thankfully, I still came out at the end of the week. I didn't lose any weight, but I didn't gain any weight. So I was very, very happy about that. And let's see, so what all did I do Saturday? I got up and I ate my meal prep breakfast, which the breakfast that I had every day last week, which was the egg bites. And this restaurant, I really want to try it. But anyway, y'all see how I turned greedy that quick? Did this car mean to sit here like this? That's awkward. But anywho, yeah, so my meal prep breakfast every day last week was the egg white bites, turkey kielbasa, and a piece of wheat toast with, what y'all call that stuff? Sauerkraut, with sauerkraut and mustard. So that was really, really good. I will definitely be keeping that on the roster for at least once a month to meal prep that for breakfast. Those egg white bites came out chef's kiss. I'm trying to think if I would do anything different to them. I had onion, red pepper, green pepper, and 3 cheddar blend cheese. I think that's the only thing that was in mine. I think the only thing that I may attempt to do differently is put my cheese in the egg batter versus putting the cheese on top. So I put the peppers and the egg whites in the oven, and then once they came out the oven, I just sprinkled the cheese on the top and let it melt while it was hot. But I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and try to incorporate the cheese inside of the egg white bites on the next batch that I make. But yeah, that was really easy and kind of fun breakfast to make. So that one is definitely a keeper. My meal prep lunches or dinners last week, I don't think I really had a plan for that last week. So I was kind of all over the place because I remember eating the vegetable beef soup one day. I remember having noodles one day. I had a couple ramen noodles. I remember having what did I have? I think I went to Quick Trip one day and got a slice of pepperoni pizza. And then I might have did 2 days of just juicing. I know for a fact one of those days was just juicing. But yeah, so my meal prepping for my lunch and dinners was not good at all last week. But this week I kind of got it a little bit more under control because I went back to the protein shake and breakfast bars for my breakfast. And then for lunch, I'm just going to do my Fat Blaster drink. And I have a salad for 2 days this week. And then I'm going to do, I'm going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo this week. So I'm gonna do turkey tacos one day. I'm gonna do a turkey burger one day. And then one day I'm going to do just juicing. So that'll be my 5 days for the week. And I'll have to figure out the weekend. The weekends are always a struggle for me. The weekends is where I completely go left. Now Friday, I did not eat at work because I knew that I wanted to have me like some type of a fat girl meal. So I went to Five Guys when I got off work Friday. And I had me a hamburger. I had a hamburger with only onion, mustard, and pickles and a fry. And it was really, really good. And I had that with a bottle of water. And so it probably, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not even look at the calories on the thing. So I'm not sure, because I do remember looking at the calories. Hold on one second, y'all. Anyway, y'all, that was my crazy ass man. But yeah, so I don't even remember what I was just now talking about. That is so bad. Oh, my fat girl meal. Y'all, so in Five Guys, I remember looking at the calories. I just put y'all down because I saw the popo. I remember looking at the calories for the mustard, which was 0. The pickles were 5 calories and the onions were 5 calories. But the burger itself, I would have to go on their website and see how much just the hamburger and the bun is, and then the fries, because I ain't looked at none of that. I just knew what I wanted and I ate it, and you know, I came, I saw, I conquered, and yeah, that's not something that I'll be eating again this week or probably next week. But it, you know, it did the trick. It satisfied my fat girl craving. But I do feel like I need to tighten up a lot more this week. So one particular change that I'm making this week is I'm moving my intermittent fasting in by 1 hour. I know you're supposed to start with the 8-hour window, but I actually started with a 9-hour window. I was having, ever since April the 1st, I've been having my first meal of the day at 10 a.m. and I don't eat after 7. So it was 10 to 7, and now I'm squeezing that in to 11 o'clock. So now my eating window is starting at an 8-hour. So that'll be from 11 to 7. And I think I'm going to do fine with that. I think my body will kind of get a little bit antsy and kind of like, hey girl, you know, it's that time of day. But I'll be fine for that 1 hour. And what else am I doing differently this week? Oh, I started Saturday. I started my jump roping. I think I did some type of clip to show y'all my jump roping, but yeah, I started my 100 jump ropes a day. And I mean, it was short-lived because I did my 100 jump ropes on Saturday. And then by Sunday, my day just completely got away from me and I did not get the opportunity to do it. So hopefully if I have the energy to do so today, I'll end up doing 200 jumping jacks to make up for not doing them yesterday. Now, the only thing that will hinder me from doing said jumping jacks is my right foot, because I thought that I had cured that issue with my right heel by the water intake that I had last week. But y'all, I did not have water this weekend. I did not drink much water at all this weekend. I probably for the whole Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've probably had about 32 ounces of water. Other than that, I've had protein shakes. I've had the carrot juices, green juices, and I have had, was that it? Yeah, I just haven't done a lot of drinking this weekend at all. Haven't done a lot of drinking or eating, so the dehydration definitely came right back. But I do have a big old thing of eternal water with me today, so I'm gonna try to chug as much of that while I'm at my desk, while I'm at work. I don't care about getting pissy. I'm right there by the restroom, so if I gotta go to the restroom 50 times, then that's just what it is. And what else? I don't know, y'all. I think that's about it that I had to update y'all on. Today, I'm going to have, well, I told y'all I'm gonna have a protein shake and a breakfast bar for breakfast. And then for lunch, I made me a tuna salad with the little Star-Kissed tuna. Y'all, did I remember to pack the damn tuna? I hope I did. Anyways, the Star-Kissed tuna. All right, whose turn is it? Both of y'all were here before me. Okay, she trying to do too much. I got the Star-Kissed lemon pepper tuna, regular American style express lettuce, and cucumbers. And then I did like a, what do you call that? It's not salsa. Pico de gallo. I did like a pico de gallo mix in one pocket of my prep tray. So in case I want to add some onions and tomatoes and peppers and kind of, you know, jazz it up a little bit. And I'm going to do that with the oil and vinegar Caesar by Newman's. And that's going to be it, boys and girls. That's going to be it. That's going to be my lunch. And then for dinner, I'm going to do probably an orange juice. Most likely, I'm going to do orange juice. And if I don't do, I'm calling it an orange juice, but I'm not really speaking of OJ. When I say an orange juice, I mean the one that my coworker juices for me. So it's got like carrots, ginger, turmeric, and I think like 2 other things in it when I say orange juice. So yeah, that'll probably be my dinner because I'm gonna have my fat blaster with my salad. And so yeah, not a whole bunch of exciting stuff going on this week, but this is the week of Mother's Day, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited for my family to love on me and show me a little appreciation, which they do anyway. You know, I'm very thankful and grateful for my children and my family. I think the only person in my camp that kind of oversteps their boundaries is my grandma, and I think that's just kind of like what grandmas do. I don't know a whole bunch of grandmas and older people that don't really overstep their boundaries. It's just, I think it's a little bit of sense of entitlement that they just do. But yeah. So anyway, y'all, at this point I'm rambling, but yeah, that's the newest update. So only thing that I incorporated is more water. I think I was telling y'all how I feel like when I was drinking the Kroger water that I was not getting hydrated properly because those waters are filtered through osmosis. And so now I switched over to the spring water, and I just switched over to the spring water towards the end of last week. It was like the Thursday or something like that. And so the pain in my foot from, no, it might've been Wednesday, because the pain in my foot had gone away by Friday. So I had it Wednesday, Thursday. By Friday, my foot wasn't hurting anymore. I didn't have a whole bunch of water over the weekend. My foot started hurting again. So by the time I go down all of this eternal spring water today, if that pain goes away, I'm going to know for a fact that that's what it was. And I'll be able to come back and let you guys know, like, yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's just a really bad form of dehydration. And in case anybody else is going through a similar issue, it could just be dehydration, sis. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But yeah, so I'm still going to work out on my lunch break and do a 30-minute workout on my lunch break, plus coming home and doing my jump ropes and my bootleg Zumba exercises. And I call it bootleg Zumba because they're songs that I picked and they're moves that I made up, but they're moves that actually work for me. So I don't know, you know, I would show y'all what they are, but I would only be able to show that through TikTok, because TikTok is, well, used to be the only place where you could use copyright music. But listen, I'm highly uneducated when it comes to TikTok, so I don't know if TikTok is about to fall off the face of the earth. I don't know if TikTok is just, you can't use copyright music no more. I don't know what the heck is going on with TikTok. But you know, if I'm still able to use copyright music over there, then maybe one day I might show y'all my bootleg Zumba, because it's actually really fun, and you're gonna feel it. But at this point, I have made it to the workhouse. Another day of talking y'all's head off. Y'all, I'm about to die laughing because my coworker is in here. I always leave an extra pair of shoes at work. Don't ask me why I do that. I guess I'm paranoid about coming to work with no shoes on or some crap one day. I don't know what's wrong with me. But whatever my problem is, I keep an extra pair of shoes at my desk. So my coworker called me this morning and she said, "You will not believe what I did. I just pulled up at this job with some sparkly Crocs on." And I was like, "What?" And she said, "Yeah, I definitely have on Crocs with a whole bunch of designs on them. They're not going to let me in the building with these shoes on." So she done had to drive to the back of the building where I work at, open up the dock doors, and let our other coworker hand her the shoes that I keep at my desk, which, mind you, this girl wears an 8. I wear an 11. So she done had to flip and flop from the front of this warehouse all the way to the back in these 3 times oversized shoes. If I get back here and this girl still has my shoes on, when I tell you I am going to scream, I am going to holler. Anyway, y'all, another day in the life. I'll see y'all when I pick the camera up again.